I'm bored of the normal catwalk with the girls walking like robots without any communication to people. I mean, come on.
Why fashion instead of architecture?
For me, it was not enough. If I want to build a house, I know how to make it.
Okay.
I love everything about movement. There is no movement
There's no
in
movement.
a house. I'm with Pierre Berger and Didier Grimbach.
Oh my God.
And they said, we want you to do l'IFM. And after you will work. I said, no, I don't want. And he said, okay. They took the phone, they called Balenciaga, and they arranged an appointment for me.
There are fashion designers, and then there are couturiers. Stéphane Rolland is one of those exceptional few. A graduate of the Chambre Syndicale de la Couture and the youngest artistic director of Balenciaga, dressing women like Beyoncé, Celine Dion, and Queen Rania with a kind of elegance that refused to go unnoticed.
Why is it so important that there be this sense of drama in each of your collections?
When I was a kid, I was watching the old movies with Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers. I was in love with this when I was a kid. And I said that in all my creations, I want to bring this emotion. It's not because the product is crazy and super expensive that it means it's luxurious. The problem is that even the customers now don't know.
For you, what's the definition of real luxury then in that case? Stéphane, mille merci d'être là. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so honored.
My pleasure, Jessica, as always.
I have to kick things off with your latest Haute Couture collection because it felt incredibly personal, so intense, so emotional. Can you talk me through it a little bit and why this one was such a monumental moment for you?
Maybe because I wanted to do this show since I was a teen. I've always been obsessed by Maurice Ravel and the bolero. Mm-hmm. And this music is always in my mind. And I saw movies with the bolero, I saw ballets, I saw many things. And I said, one day I have to do a show with the bolero. Done. And but it was really a challenge because strangely, the same season, two people used the bolero. And I was the third one. So it's very strange. I made it exactly the way I was picturing it in my mind. And with the help, more than that with the help of Pierre Martinez, who is my partner and who's doing amazing job setting all my shows. We wanted to give goosebumps to the audience. And with amazing orchestra, Zaya Ziwani.
Yeah.
Zaya is a fantastic woman, and we immediately thought about her because we cannot think bolero without Zaya, because Zaya is one of the most important music director nowadays, and she was the first female conducting an orchestra, which is very symbolic as well. She had to fight a lot to gain this power. And she really, you cannot do the bolero without her.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. No, it was incredibly powerful, and it was, but always your collections, they're always so dramatic. I mean, it's the best sort of drama you've done in theaters, you've done at the Grand Palais here in Dublin, and you've just done these amazing presentations. Why is it so important that there be this sense of drama in each of your collections?
When I was a kid, I was watching the old movies with Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, with all the musicals, and I think it stayed in my mind, that mise en scène with all those dancers, the tap dance, and I was in love with this when I was a kid, and I always loved stage, always, and the emotion that the artist can give as a gift to the audience. And I said that in all my creations and the way I will present it, I want to bring this emotion. Always. So fashion shows, okay, but I'm bored of the normal catwalk with the girls walking like this, like robots, without smiling, without any communication to people. I mean, come on. Mm-hmm. And where is the glam? Where is the chic? Where is the elegance? Where is the, where is the kindness? Where is the generosity? I want that. I mean, even if sometimes you have to look serious, which I understand perfectly, and I love Rick Owens' show, for example, and Rick is not, they are not smiling in the Rick Owens show, but you have the goosebumps.
Yes, it's a different kind of drama.
It's a different kind of drama, but we have to bring people somewhere in another world, and this is what I'm trying to do.
Well, is this why couture is where your happy place as opposed to ready to, like a full ready-to-wear spread and all of the things and the Ralph Laurens of the world? Do you like to have it just being couture? Is that important to you?
I'm not only doing couture.
Yeah.
I'm known for my haute couture. It's really my stamp. But I have a small collection of ready-to-wear, only evening wear.
Okay.
And bridal wear as well as ready-to-wear. I've launched the jewelry like a year and a half ago.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah, this jewelry, it's fake jewelry, but looking real, but masterpieces. Because, nowadays there is so much insecurity. You cannot travel with your jewelry when it's whatever it is. I mean, you feel safe at airport or in hotels or in the street, or it doesn't happen only in Rio de Janeiro, or it's everywhere in the world
Sadly.
now. So I said, why not creating amazing pieces, masterpieces that women can travel with?
Great costume jewelry.
Yes, custom jewelries, but really looking like Cartier, and Van Cleef & Arpels. It's really, but with my touch.
So what is this an itch that you needed to scratch? What was the thinking behind, okay, now I want to do a year and a half ago, 20 years into the business, I'm going to do jewelry now. What was the light bulb in the situation for that? If you like this conversation, well, then you clearly have got good taste. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and share the love. Because honestly, who wouldn't want a front row seat to fashion's best stories?
The encounter with the manufacturer, and when I saw their work, I said, okay, I think they might be probably the right partner, and let's try. And it works so well that I continue. That's it. And they are atelier of real jewelry, but they use fake stones as well. So I can do both, real or fake. Some people, they buy both, they invest on the real one, but they travel with the fake one.
I love that.
Yeah. It's
best
smart.
of both worlds.
Smart. And but my new baby is
Tell me.
The perfume.
Tell me more.
Yeah, you don't smell it?
I did smell it when you came in, but tell me more. So tell me about this baby, because
this also is a new encounter. I mean, it's a new story. It's a new. I was desperating to launch my perfume because I'm waiting this moment since so long, and everybody's launching perfume. There is too many perfumes on the business. The market is full of perfumes. And 15 years ago, I met Annelise Cremona. Annelise is the daughter of Henri Jacques. And Henri Jacques, you know Henri Jacques.
Of course.
It's a beautiful perfume company. And for me, the top of the top. And when I met her, we had like a kind of crush together, and we understood each other about the quality, about the respect of the woman, and about creativity, about many things. And we crossed the same things in life. I don't want to go into detail. So we understood each other. And we always said that one day we have to do something. And now here we are. And we just launched the perfume, and I'm so proud about that because it's the quality is there, the originality is there.
But what did you want for your first perfume? I mean, it's such a huge step, and it's so personal, a perfume. So
yes,
what did you want?
It's really me.
But how did you? So then, who is really you? Like, how do you?
Okay,
who is you in a perfume bottle?
I did a therapy with them,
Oh.
like a real therapy. They questioned me a lot about my life, my childhood, my teen, everything about my life. So I had few sequences of talking with the nose, who is the son of Annelise, the grandson of Henri Jacques. Wow. And he's a fantastic boy, really. I say boy because he's very young, but so talented and so how can I say sensitive. Is very sensitive. So he understood and analyzed every words I was pronouncing. And at each step, he arrived with new ideas and new ingredients. And when I was talking about my grandfather, when I was talking about my father, the country where I lived, all my experiences, it translated with fragrances. And each time I was, yeah, my God, this is exactly that.
Transported.
Yes, totally. And I told him what I like, what I don't like, of course, and the ingredients I wanted. But he really came into deep details, and it was very emotional. Very emotional moment.
Did you know it when you finally found? Was there no question that this was the one? This was the scent when it finally got down to it?
I turned around, trying to see if I can do, if I can go ahead or doing even better. And each time I was coming back to this formula. And at the end I said, no, okay, let's stop to turn around. It's this one, really this one. And with time, it's like a good wine. It's better and better. So when I put it on my skin, and immediately it's more and more strong. And I just love it. I just recognize myself.
Okay, but I need actual adjectives or descriptives. Tell me, like, who...
It's a Oriental Chypre with there is no oud.
Okay.
There is no oud because everybody was expecting me with oud, and I said no, I don't, because there is no more natural oud.
Oud, I know, it's all manufactured.
So I said no, I don't want chemistry. I mean, I want natural ingredients only.
Okay.
So there is incense, there is rose, but a very particular rose, and there is wood, there is leather, there is benjoin, there is iris, and there is a deep orange, and the orange make everything.
And when you
makes everything mixed with tobacco, leather, and incense. I wanted something spiritual, warm, very warm. You feel like enveloped into this when you wear this perfume. You feel like protected. And some people, they said it's for winter. I believe it's for every season because I like warm, even when it's the weather is hot.
What have you always had a connection? You've said you've wanted to do this for 15 years. Has perfume, clearly fashion has always been a passion, but have you been connected to perfume your entire life? I mean,
yes. I'm obsessed.
Really?
Obsessed. I'm very oriental for that. Really, I cannot live without essences. I need perfume around me always. Since now I never been faithful to a perfume. I'm always changing and searching new scents, and I was desperating those last years because it doesn't stay.
Yeah.
And I said, oh my God, we are losing the quality so much. And when you smell, when you test, when you live with Henri Jacques, it's like eating caviar.
Yeah.
You cannot go back to
once you've had a taste.
A lower quality when you have the best caviar. It's exactly the same. You cannot wear any other perfume you find in the boutiques. You cannot. Because this is so high quality that
once you've had a taste.
Prisoner with quality.
Well, congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you, Jessica.
And it took how long was the process for you?
Quite quick because we did a miracle. Really.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, they did a miracle because we had few months only. Actually, what happened 6 months ago, we have decided to launch the perfume. And we said, but for the pre-launching, it could be good to do it the 8th of July, the day of the show, because I presented my show on the Théâtre des Champs-Élysées. And the Théâtre des Champs-Élysées is just in front of Avenue Montaigne, just in front of Henri Jacques.
Yes.
So I said that could be great to invite our clients to discover the perfume right after the show.
Perfect.
So
very elegant.
They did a miracle, really.
Wow. Well, I can't wait. I'm going to have to get my hands on some. I'll have to call them up directly. So let's talk a little bit about, let's go back to the beginning. When I was researching you, I mean, we know each other for many years, but the fact that you started your career, you were the youngest designer ever at Balenciaga. I look at all of these designers today that are, some young designers stepping into houses. Of course, we're thinking of Chanel and others. What is it like to have that kind of, I'm thinking of Michault specifically, let's say, to have the weight of a house like that on your shoulders? Any advice for him? Any advice for a young designer coming into a giant house like that?
It's super difficult to give advices because depend of the relationship you have with the owners and I mean it's not easy. It's a challenge. Everybody's waiting for any mistake or it's a strong judgment. I mean, so I will not make advices because also time has changed. And when I was working for Balenciaga, of course, some people wanted to take my place. Of course, I had difficult time, but I think it's even harder today because of social media. I was not victim of the social media at that time, Now social media can destroy you in 5 minutes. Right. So and the judgment is too fast. First of all, I don't like to judge. Secondly, I think we have to wait a little, not the first season, but the second or the third season to see if it works or not. And when I'm thinking of Mathieu and Chanel, I think it's a super big boat, and Carl has done so much that it's super difficult. So maybe not to forget the origins of Gabrielle Chanel, and to turn around with the origins can be interesting. We see today the retrospective of Poiret. And I have the feeling that there is a vibe of 20s coming back, with the freedom of the body. Now everybody's doing corsets. I mean, the women are over sexy and super. And I think that we have to liberate the body one more time, but in a more easy way. And not to maintain like that. It's very characteristic of a very, very hard moment we are living in the world.
You think that so the fashion is reflecting as it always does. Yeah,
as always. Yes, sure.
So all of this constriction, all of this tightness is a reflection of how tight the world has become.
It's like how do you say in English, armure?
Yeah, armor.
Armor. It's like an armor, and but women are not only fighters.
But also, if we're talking about your specific aesthetic and your designs, your collections are very sculptural, very. Architectural. There is a sense of not armor per se, but they are dramatic and take up space. They have a power.
Yes. Yeah. Because me, it's very. I like to play with volumes because I don't like to create like armor on the body, but I want to give a 3D effect that give a presence, but also in a more artistic way. It gives a movement, and it's my love for architecture, but it gives a power and a presence to a woman. It helps, I think.
This love of architecture, why fashion instead of architecture as a choice for a career?
Good question, because for me it was not enough. I could. And tomorrow, if I want to build a house, I know how to make it.
Okay.
And I mean, I know how to think of the structure and everything. But I wanted to play with the fabrics, and I love women. I love dance. I love everything about movement. So there is no movement.
There's no movement
in a house, So and that's why I loved the work of Zaha Hadid, because when you see Zaha, what she has done, I mean, you see the waves of the buildings, and that was incredible. And she was the first one to do this, I love to combine the movement and the fluidity and the graphism mixed together and the contrast.
Well, so that's the other, when you talk about graphic, the other thing is that your color palette, it reminds me almost like the face of a watch, like how much creativity can you get inside of this small space? It's black, red, white, gold, like
And that's it.
And that's it.
I mean, natural tones.
Yeah,
I mean,
natural
it
tones.
can be brown, beige. You know, I like the color of the earth. If you ask me to do fuchsia and turquoise and yellow and I mean orange and mix, and I can do it, but I do it for the clients. I reduce the color palette for the shows because it's distracting. And I want people to focus on the cut and the silhouette and as if I'm taking a pencil and it's a stroke of ink, you know, black ink, and like calligraphy, Arabic or Chinese, you know, it's calligraphy, and why going in colors when I mean the others, they do it very well. No need for me to do it. Ask I mean it's distracting me, and if I do the dress in black or white, it's more easy for a woman to imagine it in a yellow or a pink or whatever, and
they can project themselves.
They project themselves. If I do the dress in pink or in yellow, it will be more difficult for them to imagine it in another color.
It's
if
very
it's
strategic.
Black or white or red, it's more easy.
Okay. The last time we saw each other, I think in person, was in Doha, maybe.
Yes, it was.
It was. That area of the world adores you. You are beloved there. You have quite the clientele there. What do you think it is about your work that speaks so much to the Middle East, would you say?
It's because I love them. I love their culture. I love the Middle Eastern culture very much, and I dived into the culture when I went first long time ago. And I'm not trying to please. I do what I feel, and they receive it, like something. They understand me as I understand them. So I feel like a member of the family, and I always been treated like a member of the family.
I know you go there often. I imagine you've been to Saudi. Is there any place that you still want to explore in that part of the world that you haven't yet been able to?
Oh, there is many, of course, but the Middle East is still the region, one of my favorite regions where I feel at home.
I see that on your...
My initial in Arabic.
Yeah, with the good luck. Yeah,
yes,
with the eye.
With the good luck eye. I just received it from Kuwaiti friends today.
Oh.
And they just gave me just for protection. And,
that's amazing.
It means a lot.
With couture, I was really surprised to see how much of the couture calendar now is from the MENA region. I would say... I think it's 30% France and then 28% MENA region and in general. So there seems to be a real influx from the region. How do you feel, or how do you see couture developing now compared to when you started?
To be official member, they have to be established in Paris. Mm-hmm. If you are established in Paris, it's fine.
Okay.
You remember Annae Mori?
Mm-hmm.
Annae, she was the first Japanese haute couture designer. It was in the 70s.
Yep.
And she has been official member, chosen as an official member because she was established Avenue Montaigne. Mm-hmm. So if you have your atelier in Paris and you work with Parisian suppliers and you respect the conditions of the French Federation, then you can be a part of our private circle, no problem. And I like the way that. Paris is international, also in this fashion. Where I mean, John Galliano, when he took the control of Dior, and same for the others. I mean, and I like the foreigners arrive and bring something fresh and new to to a typical Parisian identity. You know, they put their stamp, and it shakes, you know, a little or sometimes a lot. So it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're really in a moment of transformation. We're seeing the industry, the luxury industry in general, kind of.
Cristobal was Spanish, and he became the king. So
King of couture, for
and
sure.
I learned a lot from Cristobal work. A lot. He was my master, and he still is. So you know, I mean, we must open the boundaries.
Are you at this point in your career wanting to pay it forward? Are you mentoring others? Are you trying to advise others?
Sure, of course, I do.
What is it about that you enjoy doing?
I enjoy helping, and not necessarily advising, but helping talent. You know, when I discover Ashi's work, it was long time ago, very long time ago. And when I saw this young designer, I said, "Oh, he's good. He's really good, and I love what's happening in his brain." He's a poet, and so I discovered him in a fashion contest on TV in Lebanon.
Wow.
And it was a real TV. And he was in competition with others. And I was the president of the jury. And I said to the jury members, look, we are in Lebanon. Of course, you want to elect a Lebanese one. Okay, there is good Lebanese designers. Everybody knows the talent of Lebanese designers, but he's Saudi. There is no Saudi couturier. There is no Saudi designers known. So it's the moment to help. And this guy is really talented.
I agree.
So, and he won the competition. And years after, I see in the media, Ashi.
Yeah.
So I said, yes, good.
Yeah.
And now look where he is.
No, I mean, it's stunning. And I agree with the floodgates opening with Saudi Arabia. The talent that we're seeing pouring out of Saudi Arabia is so impressive in general in the fashion
very
space.
Impressive. Look, Rami Alali, Syria.
Yes.
He's Syrian.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy for him. Now he's official member. I mean, he's invited officially to the Fashion Week by the French Federation. I'm so happy for him, really. And but there is so many foreigners, and they are good, and we need these them.
Different points of views.
Of course.
Well, in general, how are you feeling about the luxury and the fashion space? Because we've seen this real
large subject.
Yes, I know. We've got
Talking
all day.
about luxury.
I know. But I mean, we're seeing a real. I guess everyone's really asking fundamental questions about luxury. We're seeing a lot of luxury companies giving bad results for the first time ever. We're seeing all of the changing of all of these different houses. It feels like we're at an inflection point in general.
My dear, are we talking about marketing or luxury? And the problem is
okay, keep going. No, I'm going to let you talk.
No, but it's true. I mean, sometimes we have to rebalance, you know, and I mean, the difficulties the groups and everybody in luxury are crossing is also because the economy push into that direction. But maybe it's the moment to you know, to change a little bit the rules and to come back to the real luxury. The problem is that even the customers now don't know. They don't know. It's not because the product is crazy and super expensive that it means it's luxurious. No. And I'm just looking what Hermès is doing, and Hermès is doing great.
Yeah.
Because Hermès is doing real luxury. That's it.
So, I mean, I know this is a bit of a generic question, but for you, what's the definition of real luxury then in that case?
The perfect craftsmanship, the knowledge, the culture. Culture is essential. Not forget where we come from and who was our masters. And to protect the knowledge, to protect the l'artisanat. How do you say artisanat?
The artisanal skill sets,
Yes,
the craftsman.
The craftsmanship. And so that's the main thing. And to go always lower and deeper into the technology. And we can do a creative, modern creation with new technical process, and to make it luxurious. There is no problem with this. But luxury for me is also the knowledge. And the style, of course, I mean, the refinement, the details, the quality. It's like the perfume, the quality of the essence, the quality of the wood, the quality of the gold, the quality of the stones. If you are doing jewelry, you have to know what is the best diamonds, what is the best, why this turquoise and why this coral stone. You have to learn about to choose the best quality of stones. When you are doing perfume, it's the same. When you are doing a dress, you have to select the perfect quality of crepe, the perfect gazard. So you have to know to choose the good one. You have to know how it's made, and you can see now that there is a lot of companies, silk makers, producers that they don't give you.
They're trying to put one over on you because they think that you don't know what the good quality is.
I really see a difference when I'm choosing the fabrics. I really see a difference between like 20 years ago or 30 years ago and now.
Yeah.
The quality of the crepe. I mean, it's not thick like before, and it's not. I mean, when you dry clean it, when you wash it, I mean, you can see the reaction. There is less thread inside the way it's woven. So and now there is few companies coming back with high quality, even if it's more expensive, and there is clients for expensive things. And the other thing is the clients.
Okay, talk to me about the clients.
We have to also teach to the ladies or the men what is really the quality, because they arrive on the market, they arrive in this business, and they are young and they don't know. Many of them, they don't know. They believe that because there is a brand, there is a logo and or many logo and you have quality. No. And sometimes it's the opposite. You know.
Well, I mean, I think that's one of the pieces, the few pieces that I have that of Hermès have lasted me 20 years. I feel like couture is almost or Hermès, there are pieces that just will last decades, and that's almost the most sustainable way of buying, the way of shopping, if you're going that direction.
Sustainability.
Another touchstone.
Yeah, but it's perfect matching. I mean, it goes perfectly with luxury. And the way we do the things. I mean, when I see all those clothes everywhere, you know, that's massive.
The Sheins of the world, yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting and extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. We don't need all of that. We don't need to change all the time new tendencies. It goes too fast. We don't need that. Nobody needs all those clothes.
But I mean, I think what's interesting also compared to when I was coming up was that you would have there was the it bag or the silhouette or the style. Whereas I feel now in fashion, you find your tribe, you find your identity in a way where there isn't a lemming where everyone seems to be following. This is the trend. There seems to be much more of a identifying yourself and finding your people, and that's good enough. I think that's for me is the biggest shift. I don't know if you agree, but
I totally agree. People are followers. We have to help them today to find their own identity and not to follow the trends. And you have to look at yourself in the mirror and to understand who you are. And it's not because your friend is wearing blue and black because it was in the magazine that it has to be what you have to buy. No, do whatever you want.
Well, that's the same thing. I remember back in the day, the street style was so creative because everyone was putting together their looks, and now you're dressed head to toe in a designer because you're going to their show, and it's like, I don't know. Are you feeling hopeful about the future of fashion?
Of course.
Always?
Yes, always. Of course, I have to. Life is made of cycles. You
feel like we're at the end or the beginning of one?
We will come back. We will come back on beauty and authenticity. And no, I think we are on that way now. People are more than we can imagine. People are very aware and conscious about what's happening and are fed up, really fed up. And I think now the parents are really understand what they have to do to help their children to grow in the right way. No, really, I think people are more conscious right now, more and more. But it's not enough. But we are turning slowly, but we are turning a page.
We're starting to realize, the ramification. Inshallah. Are we? You mentioned about like the fabrics and the quality changing, but on the other side of that, there are the new technologies. What it sounds like you're interested in, or new fabrics that you're curious. So, talk to me about: is there something that's exciting you? Is the eternal "what about AI" question? But also, there's 3D printing. There's new fabrics that are being invented.
Sure.
Where are you? Kind of like, this is interesting.
I'm everywhere. I look everything, and I'm excited to find new technology, of course, and I love I love to discover new technology. I love that. It's just the way what I want. It's I wish people will know how to use it. I'm just very, very surprised to see how people badly use the new technology and the computers and all the computers. And when they have a computer in their hands, there's things they know, but they don't. They use 50% of the possibility only.
Or they only look at, you do a search on Google or a search on ChatGPT and you only look at the first page.
This is the worst.
Tell me more.
My team, for example, I don't want them to go on AI the less we can, or if they use it in a smart way, in a very smart way, but not to make it easy, but more creative. And I want them also to be able to use their hands. Don't forget your hands. And when I see new designers in my team, my assistants, and they don't know how to draw, this is unacceptable. I want them to, all of them in my company, they know how to draw.
Is this a dying art?
Yes.
Is it a dying art? The drawing? I mean, because everyone's doing it on a computer now?
I hope not, but honestly, now when I see what fashion schools are doing, I'm a bit scared. Because of course it's difficult because they have all the technology in their hands and they prefer to work with the tablet. I said no. Okay, you can work on the tablet, but first you have to know how to do it with a pencil, because the way you the thickness and everything, the way you do it with a pen will never replace a tablet.
The sensation.
This is the opposite. Sorry, a tablet will never replace the hand. Never.
Yeah, I agree. Talk to me a little bit about your creative process. It is from the sketch, that is your first, or is it the fabric? Are you a late night listening to Mozart, or are you an early morning quiet with birds?
There is no rules.
There's no rules. You have no rules.
Because it can be from a music, from a photo, from an encounter, from I don't know, an emotion. It's the emotion which makes the start at, Le Bolero, for example, I had this in mind for a long time, as I told you. And I knew it was the right moment because we had the possibility to have the Théâtre des Champs-Élysées. And it was the perfect écran for the presentation. So it was the moment. And then I've started to hear again the Bolero and the rhythm and the graphism of the repetition of the music, like something mechanic, conducted by hand. And suddenly I was in Goya, Velázquez, there is something of flamenco, you know, and suddenly I saw the combs. And when I watched the combs in my brain, I was picturing the combs. I thought about China and Japan and the architecture of, so it was still the road silk. So I was traveling in my brain, you know, and I said, okay, I want combs like the Spanish combs, but in a different way. And I said, I want like this, I want like that, and I want like this. And suddenly it became Japanese. Why? It became Japanese. It was strange. It was weird. And the way I was suddenly doing the movement, doing the hair, it became like aliens. And I saw images of African hairstyle, very from the past, you know. It was weird. And I mixed all of this.
It was beautiful.
And it was like a rhythm, and the repetition of a rhythm.
And it also felt like notes, and there was like there, and then
exactly, it was lyric.
Yeah.
It was lyrical.
Lyrical. That's a great descriptive.
Lyrical.
Yeah.
So, that's, for example, that's
a perfect way to describe your process. Well, okay, so we've circled back to your most recent collection, but I do want to ask you. You've had so many amazing moments. I'll never forget also the arrival. Forgive me, of Kim Kardashian arriving. I don't know how late to your show, her and Kanye, but is there another moment or an event or a moment in your history that just stands out to you as like, wow, like this one? I know this last show is particular, but is there anything else that really stands out for you as like a watershed moment in your career?
There is so many, Jessica.
I'd love to hear that.
I loved the beautiful moment I had with Carmen de Lorefice. When she performed at my show, she was nearly 90.
I remember.
And she was the bride. And it was a very emotional moment because she's such a beautiful heart. And she has been the top of the top.
Yep.
And but I have so many, you know, but each season, it's a love affair. Each season, I live something very special. And sometimes there is episodes of my personal life, good or bad, but it's always very emotional and everything is mixed, you know. But I think all the artists live this, this kind of experience, it's true that the last show was a great moment because when you arrive on stage, surrounded by all those artists and supported by Pierre next to me, and which means a lot, and by Nieves. Nieves Alvarez is my muse forever.
Forever, yeah.
And she loves me. I love her, and knowing that she's next to me in my show, I cannot imagine a fashion show without her. And I had Zaya, and I received the love of even you know, the artist coming to the show for the first time. They arrive, we met each other, and I don't know, something happened, and it was not business. It was a real moment. There is an affect. There is. It was very sensitive. It was very Yeah.
You do. I mean, you had these connections. You circle back to the same people you have an affinity for. I knew Farnoosh. Is always.
Farnoosh is amazing.
Yeah.
Farnoosh. I'm so proud of her because she's Iranian, and she's Perse. And Persian, and she's a fighter.
She is.
My God, she's a fighter, and she's a beauty, real beauty, but she's a real fighter. She has a strong personality. When she's on stage, she's Farnoosh.
Oh yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
You see, she is Farnoosh.
Yeah,
and the way she look at you, it's look at me, I'm here, and you will hear about me, and she's a winner.
Yeah, she
She's
takes
really
up
a
space in
winner.
the world.
Really, really.
Yeah.
No, I love Farnoosh so much, but there is many girls that's why many of the girls are doing every show. I use them for. I collaborate with them every season because it's like it became a family. It became a family.
All right, it's time for me to ask you my 5 generic fashion questions that I ask
Ooh,
everybody.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
generic as they come. So here we go. What is your most prized possession? The piece that you cherish the most? That if you could only take one thing with you, what would be that one thing?
Nothing. Nothing.
So burning building, you're like, see ya.
Yeah. I was not like that, but today I am. Because
what changed?
I'm not. I was obsessed to possess, and because of insecurity, probably fragility. Now I don't care. If tomorrow I lose everything, it means that I have to rebuild something. So I don't need to be. Everything is here in my brain. I could say photos, a perfume. No, but honestly, I'm not materialist.
I love that. It's all up here.
I'm not anymore. I was. I wanted to buy, to
possess.
To possess. No, I'm not in this now.
I think that sounds very healthy. As you know, buying couture, even buying ready-to-wear luxury designer brands, it's a lot for anyone. It's a lot of money to invest, to put your money aside for. What would you suggest that people save up for, to invest in? Is there some piece or some item that you think is a smart thing for you to save up and make sure you have that in your garde-robe?
The good pair of shoes.
Okay.
The good pair of shoes. The shoes are the most important thing.
Why?
Because everything happened from the feet. And
so are you checking out feet all the time? Like, does the feet tell you where? I mean, I'm just looking at your shoes now and I'm wondering what you're trying to tell me.
No, those shoes, it's a joke. It's a real joke. Those shoes reminds me my teenage no.
But a good pair of shoes.
Yes, a good pair of shoes. And I think the shoes finish the look really, or you start the look. You can wear jeans and just a t-shirt, but you have the right pair of shoes.
And that just...
Yeah, and the shoes has to be the quality.
Okay.
Quality. That's the first thing. And the hair. For me, the hair is very important.
Okay.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Always.
Not a hair out of place.
Always your hair is perfect. Perfect. So, and I love it. The hair and the shoes. The
ends.
The end.
What trend will you never follow?
I don't like trends. I don't like trends in general. So the only trend I like is when I arrive home to cheers with a good wine, a glass of wine.
That's a nice trend.
That's a very, trust me, it's the best trend ever. To sit, to relax. Now I don't smoke anymore. So I must have one more pleasure. I mean, come on. So I have a good wine. I love it. But just, not to be drunk.
Yeah.
Just 1 or 2 glasses and that's it.
To appreciate.
Yes, just to appreciate.
What's your...
To appreciate quality.
Quality. Do you have a particular vintage or region that you like to drink?
Bordeaux. Bordeaux, yes, of course. And yeah.
Okay. Which fashion designer do you admire most, living or dead?
Today?
Living or dead, which fashion designer?
Cristobal, obviously Cristobal. And I'm... And honestly, I always loved Cardin. The freedom of Cardin. I didn't like all... there is some years that, but the 70s, 60s and 70s, late 60s, 70s of Cardin was amazing. Really so creative. I loved it. But Cristobal is here. In my heart, in my brain. When I was 19, And I started to work at Balenciaga, and I had that big chance. It's weird. The story with Balenciaga, of course, he passed away before I started to work, but it's weird because Pierre Berger told me when I met him, I wanted to work with Monsieur Saint Laurent. And he said, no, you will not work with Monsieur Saint Laurent because it will not match. I said, I'm just a student. Why you say no? I mean, I just want an internship. Please, I don't want to work for money. I want to work just to be next to you guys. I mean, Monsieur Saint Laurent and you, Mr. Berger. He said, no. I have another idea for you. After looking my portfolio, he said, no, you're made for Balenciaga. And so he helped me a lot.
When he said that to you, how did you react? Did that resonate with you, or did you?
I don't understood. I said, because I was obsessed by Saint Laurent.
Sure.
So I said, why he doesn't want me? So first of all, I said, oh, maybe it's a polite way to say that I am not.
You don't have what it takes. Yeah.
Yes. So, but no. So he took the phone. He called the president of the French Federation.
You gotta love Pierre.
I was just a kid, and he said, "I want you to meet a young guy in front of me, a young boy, and he's talented. I want you to meet him." He was the president of the French Federation and the president of Thierry Mugler, and
Didier
Grimbach.
Yeah, Didier.
And so the day after, I'm with Pierre Berger and Didier Grimbach. Can you believe? God. And I was 18. And I said, what's happening to me? And he said, no, but we want you to do l'IFM, the IFM, and after you will work. I said, no, I don't want. So imagine I was 18. I said, no, guys, I don't want. I want to work. I'm fed up with studying. I don't want to go in another school. Stop. I want to work. And he said, okay. They took the phone. They called Balenciaga, and they arranged an appointment for me. So the day after, I had a meeting with Frankie Tak, who was the general manager of Balenciaga. I met Frankie, and she was just the powerful woman, very impressive, very American businesswoman, that kind of style of woman, blazer, long sautoir in pearls, big rings, blonde, blue eyes, killing you. I said, oh my God. And she turned the page of my portfolio like this, flop, flop, flop. And suddenly she said, this is Balenciaga. You start tomorrow. And my career started at that time, just like this. So, merci Pierre Berger.
Mille merci.
Yes, mille merci, because he read inside me, I didn't know. And when I started to work at Balenciaga, one day, I met the director of the museum, Balenciaga, Marie-André Jouve. And Marie-André saw through me the passion. And I was obsessed with Cristobal stories, and I wanted to learn more about Cristobal himself. And she said, come with me. We came into the cave.
The basement, yeah.
The basement. And she showed me all the archives.
Oh my God.
All the archives.
National treasure.
All the dresses, the treasure. And she explained me how it was done, why the organza was rolled like this inside the skirt, why this and that. And I learned. I was absorbing.
This was a different kind of school.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have no idea. In that night, it was late. That night, I learned so much. It was just her and I, and nobody knew. It was really a privilege. And the day after, I was another person. Yes, completely.
I love that story. Thank you for sharing with that story. That's wow, life defining. Yeah.
When you meet some people, they can change your life, and that's chance. Yeah. It's a chance.
Yeah. Do you believe in destiny and in fate?
Yes. Strangely, because I'm quite Cartesian, and I love to leave the feet on the floor.
Yeah, feet on the ground. Yeah.
I like to dream, but I don't like to fly too much. So that's why I never used any drugs and everything, because it's because I like to feel the things the real
way.
the real way. You know, if I don't, I'm losing things. You know, if it's artificial, I'm losing the quality and you know. So that's why
you can't trust in it if it isn't really
yes,
you. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Actually, going to ask the final question now. What do you love most about fashion?
It's my life. And I don't want to change my life. I'm happy with my life. So fashion is my life. So my vision of fashion is really my life and my way of living and my way of thinking. Why I love fashion so much is because the envelope is important as the blood. The surface is also important. And when we are the therapist of the envelope, you know, and I think we can help people if we treat the envelope in the right way.
That's a wonderful way to end this conversation. Thank you so much for taking the time. It was such a delight. Thank you.
Jessica, thank you so much. Thank you for being who you are, really. And I appreciate so much that moment. I cherish really that moment with you. And I'm so happy to see you blossoming like this since years now.
Yeah. Well, this is the first conversation, hopefully, of many to come.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.